Hi folks, just wanted to give you a quick update where I'm at on the GB Racer stunt airplane, and just show you quickly the fuselage coming together. This is gonna be a quick video. So this is it. This is the fuselage for the GB Racer. This thing is about 3 inches long. One thing I like to do on airplanes, gluing the two halves of the fuselages together, you get this seam obviously on the bottom of the fuselage and then along the top. And I know some people like to use like putty, like I've got the squadron green putty, which I have used in the past. But what I've noticed is when that seam gets really fine, really thin, that this stuff just is not fine enough to get down in there. And what ends up happening, at least to me, is I end up sanding it away, and it's like I never did anything at all. So what I do typically is I fill this seam with super glue, and I've already started doing that on the bottom, and I'm getting a pretty solid, smooth, clean seam. I have some cleaning up to do back here, and I'm a little bit worried about the top because I can feel, as I rub my fingernail across there, I can feel kind of a little bit of a gap, a little bit of an opening, a little bit of misalignment across the seam. So what I'll do is I'm gonna put some super glue across that, let it dry, and then I'll come back with the sanding sticks. I'll hit it with different grit of sanding sticks, get it nice and smooth, and I found that the super glue can get down in there, down into the crack, down into the seam, and harden up really hard, and you can't sand it away like what sometimes happens with the squadron green putty. And then what I'll do is, to check it, I'll just brush on. Normally I would use a gray primer. I don't have any gray primer right now, but I will just use a gray paint here. I've got the Navy Aggressor Gray, like a gold gray that you might use on a naval aircraft, and I'll just apply it with the brush, and just that really makes it stand out if you still have a seam left that you gotta take care of. So this is, I showed you guys this kit last episode, and this is just the simplest kit I have ever seen. I was blown away when I did that unboxing. I expected like a couple of sprues at least, and it said I got 7 steps of instruction, and this is all that's left to put together. I swear to God, this is it. So it's a good kit to get back into the hobby with and get your skills back. Here's the pistons. I got these painted up last week. I'll eventually put a black wash on these, but I got these painted up on Friday. It was obviously very simple, and I forget what I used. I might have used this. I think it might be this, the burnt metal, and it flowed on really nice. So that's that. And this kit is not going to take too long at all, which is fine with me. So let's see what we got going on here. I like to use this stuff, the gel. What I'll do is I'll just come along this seam here. Just real careful. Just get it down in there. And I'm going to let that sit. And then tomorrow it should be hard, and we will come back and sand it. Here's the wings. They're going to fit right through that slot right there. And then we just have a few more pieces to put on, and some painting and detailing to do, but that's about it. So anyways, that's all I wanted to show today. And I'll keep you guys posted on how this comes along, but maybe next episode or a couple episodes I'll put the gray on there and see how we did with that seam after we sand it. But that's all I've got for now, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.